Hey, good day to you and happy Monday. Or as Eric Thomas, ET, the hip hop preacher, talked about, thank God it's Monday. It's a new week, a new chance to get things going, to make things happen. Hopefully you had yourself a great weekend. That wasn't too bad. I was able to a week ago, so Sunday, today's Monday, so yesterday, Sunday, so a week ago I got to test ride a motorcycle. I actually got it on Friday, had to do some little maintenance work on it, and got to finally take it out for a ride yesterday. A real short ride, only less than 50 miles, but getting a feel for it, definitely a different ride than my other motorcycle, so it's gonna take some getting used to. I definitely like it. And that's one thing. So the last series last week, we were talking about what are you hungry for? We talked about kind of what that represents, broke it down to body, to mind, to spirit, kind of wrap things up a little bit. And then riding a motorcycle is actually one of the things that fulfills me. What I'm hungry for, fulfills me, lifts me up, gives me energy in all levels of body, mind, and spirit. So what we're going to do is I want to talk about something a little different this time. I think I touched base on one of the videos last week, but what are you hungry for? Bonus number 1, dead battery. So as I just kind of mentioned, when you go, excuse me, when you go through and figure out what you're hungry for, what are the things that fill you up, that light you up, that enrich your life on your body, mind, and spirit, makes your life overall better. However, what about things that go the opposite direction? Now, this can take place in a number of different ways, but basically what we're kind of talking about in simple terms is the things that suck the living life out of you. Now, that could be a job. If you realize what you're hungry for, what you thrive, what you enjoy doing, you may actually be at a job that does just the opposite. It drains you, it wipes you out, it sucks the life out of you. You don't want to be there. There's just like certain people, they're the same thing. Certain people you be around and you don't want to be around anymore. And this is the part I think I really touched bases on, which for some of the people, the term that can be referred to them is called energy vampires, which means they literally take the energy from you. So yes, I did cover this last week, but I'll do it again here. Most of them are unintentional. These are people that might be very demanding, high maintenance. It's when you're fine with them, but once you leave their company, you just feel wiped out because literally they are taking your energy. And so most of the time it's just unintentional, just the people that can, as I mentioned, high demanding, very high maintenance, those type of people. You're just kind of like, oh, I don't want to be here with them. And then there are those that do it very intentionally. Sometimes people that purposely those are a little, not quite as common, but they can be very nice people at all. They can definitely be a sheep's clothing. I said I was attacked purposely one number of years ago by an energy vampire, and it was left nasty repercussions on me for a couple of days. But anyways, the topic here is realizing you got the things that you're hungry for, the things that light you up, that fill you up, things you enjoy doing, but it's being aware of the opposite effect. Now, this can be in all aspects. We're talking about the body. There might be certain type of exercises or activities you do that you don't like. Now, there's differences between the ones you actually hate them and the ones you just don't like doing very much. Like for me, I love resistance training. I don't like running a whole lot. I will do it. I'm okay with it. But it's not one that I actually hate. It doesn't really suck the life out of me, but I'm okay with it. But I'm talking about the certain things that you go through and do where you just hate it, you're fighting it tooth and nail, but you're going to do it anyways. Those are the kind that take the energy from you. Sometimes with even food as well, you're going to trying to eat yourself pretty healthy, but you go through, I'm eating this diet because that's what I'm supposed to do, but yet if you don't like it, you're going to fight it again. You're not going to enjoy it and probably not get as much benefit out of it. Learning. With the mind game, I said learning things you enjoy, get new skills. That's always fun. You do things you enjoy, you have fun with, you're kind of good at. Sometimes even something to learn new you have an interest in. But if you don't, it's hard too. It might put you to sleep. Think about the one that comes to mind is think about back in school. Reading some of the textbooks might have been a topic you really didn't care for. So reading this textbook, it's like, yeah, every time you go to sleep, read a textbook, that'll put you to sleep most of the time. And then same thing with spirituality. We already talked about being around certain people. In certain environments, we'll do the same thing, so even work. So it's simply being aware of what are those aspects that take your energy from you, take your life from you, basically leave you as dead battery because you're not hungry for them until you're actually starving for. You're starving and you don't want it. So instead of giving you energy because you're hungry for it, you want it, it's the opposite effect. You do not want it, you want to push it away. So be aware of that and then realize with work, if it's your job that's really kind of sucking the life out of you, can you start to do something on the side that would enrich you, that would fill you up? Or is there a way you can change things around, even change your, and a lot of times, sometimes it can simply change your mindset, so it does fill you up in certain ways. Can you do that after work? If you work a job that's really kind of draining you, can you start looking for something else? Can you start doing something on the side? Can you make sure and do some activities that fill you up instead when you get off of work? With certain people, sometimes it can even be your loved ones, your family that suck the life out of you. Okay, can you limit your time around them? And there are ways you can go through. You can do some little research to look up and help put a barrier around you to help lessen the impact of draining. But yeah, I just want to make sure to touch bases on it, because I touched bases the last time. I want to go a little deeper dive, because this is an effect. Sometimes what you're hungry for is, if you don't feed yourself properly, it's going to have the opposite effect. You can kind of drain you, leave with a dead battery. So I got another bonus one for you tomorrow, so we'll kind of wait and cover that one. But for right now, like I said, make sure you realize what you're hungry for and what's doing the opposite effect for you. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.